Hello, and welcome to my little corner of the cosmic universe. This is High Priestess Indigo, and I'm back with another reading for the collective. So I'm going to start with the prayer. We're going to pull the subconscious cards, and then we're going to find the deck here. Almighty God, I thank you. Please allow me to be a clear channel and a clear portal for your Holy Spirit and your divine will. God, I ask that you bless each and every person that comes across my video. You know who they are and where they are on their journey and what they need. And God, I ask that you bind and return to sender any and all negative energy, negative entities, evil eye, projection, spell work, black magic, anything that is not of your highest and purest divine light. These things I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Happy Friday, and I want to take this time to give a very special shout out to all of my subscribers. You're small but mighty, and you are greatly appreciated. Like I said, anybody that's subscribed are automatically, I treat my subscription list as a prayer list. So I don't need to know you personally to be able to pray and pray for God's blessing and protection over your life. So I hope you all are doing very well. And just know that you are greatly appreciated. I see the likes, I see the subscriptions, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Like I will continue to say, whether it's two of you or 2 million or 200 million, I'm going to always be eternally grateful for the subscriptions because you don't have to subscribe to my channel, but I definitely appreciate it. So thank you. All right, let's see what's going on in the energy today. I feel like there's been a lot energetically happening. Okay, let's see. Okay, ooh. That's one I haven't seen. Okay, take those two. Okay, all right. I think we got our 6 cards here. First card out for the subconscious. Addressing psychic sensitivity overload. Feeling overwhelmed by psychic or energetic sensitivities without adequate coping mechanisms. Oh, yeah, I remember this very well. That's a familiar feeling. When I was new to my spiritual journey, I had a lot of psychic sensitivity overload. I mean, as a kid, I had a lot of psychic sensitivity overload. As a kid, I used to come home and I would cry every day because I was picking up so many people's energy. And it used to leave me very anxious and full of, like, just volatile emotionally. Needing to address spiritual bypassing, avoidance of unresolved psychological issues through a focus on spiritual practice. Needing to heal from your ego dissolution, the process of transcending the ego for spiritual growth, which can be challenging and disorienting. Needing to address unresolved grief, lingering pain and emotional distress related to the loss of a loved one or significant life event. Lessons coming from soul contracts, pre existing agreements or contracts made on a spiritual level that impact one's life path. And then, last but not least, needing to address inner peace obstruction, the hindrance or blockage that prevents an individual from experiencing a profound sense of tranquility, harmony, and serenity within themselves, often result in ongoing inner turmoil, restlessness, or emotional unrest. And I don't know why, for some reason, I'm picking up a feminine and a bit of a masculine energy right now. So those are the subconscious cards. They can be past or present things that this person needs to either heal or have already healed. So I'm being called to pull the Intuitive Kipperish deck. So let's see what is going on, because this is really feeling of hard to put into words what I'm feeling right now. I'll take that too. The veil in reverse. Voodoo in reverse. False documentations upright. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Transition upright. Bondage upright. Thoughts upright. Mature woman upright. Emotional pain in reverse. Love offer in reverse. Thief in reverse. Health concern upright. Karmic masculine upright. So let me go ahead and start this reading. This reading, as I mentioned, is for a feminine, but specifically is for a divine feminine. And now I see why I was picking up traces, or like I was feeling that masculine energy. Currently, there is a karmic masculine in this divine feminist energy. This is somebody who was trying to keep this. I feel very clearly this karmic masculine was trying to keep this divine feminist third eye and intuition veiled. That did not work. This person was also doing voodoo on this divine feminine and dark magic. That is being reversed. That is going back to sender, literally. This blockage of this person's of this divine feminist intuition, as well as this voodoo and dark magic, is definitely going back. As a matter of fact, this karmic masculine is currently trapped in bondage and lost in their thoughts as a result of them trying to basically block this divine feminine's intuition, as well as this voodoo and dark magic. I feel very clearly this karmic masculine was also trying to prevent this divine feminist transition into her empress and high priestess energy. This is somebody who was creating a lot of false narratives. I feel like this is somebody who was also doing a lot of slandering, a lot of gossiping, a lot of lying, like just outright lying. And I feel like this is being revealed in the 3D environment right now. This is somebody who wanted this woman, this divine feminine, to be in emotional pain. That's not happening. That's also in reverse. This is somebody who was trying to literally thieve and still, it's giving me the feeling of like this karmic masculine was literally trying to steal this divine feminine's future. But this divine feminine is coming out as the mature woman. It's just giving me the energy that she's so high vibing that anything that this karmic masculine was trying to do is just going back. Like, this is somebody who wants to come forward with a love offer, though, which is crazy. That's also being blocked by her spirit team right now. This is a karmic masculine who is in poor health, spiritually, mentally. They're under karmic justice as well. They're under divine judgment, but they're divine justice, but they're also going through a lot of karmic debt. Wow. I feel like a lot of this subconscious stuff, this is like, it's weird because some of this stuff, I feel like wasn't necessarily, and here's the ice cream truck, so just never fails. Like when it's a karmic involved, I hear the ice cream truck. But it's just giving me the feeling of like this is somebody who was doing so much in the background that they were literally trying to cause this kind of psychic sensitivity overload because this masculine energy, like I said, this was part of their agenda to try to block this divine feminist intuition, as well as I feel like this person was really trying to throw this divine feminine off balance. They felt like if they could throw enough voodoo and enough projection and enough like dark magic, that this divine feminine would be, is like, not only would her psychic abilities be like off kilter, but this would also like disturb her inner peace. But this has not happened. This has not happened at all. And now as a result, this karmic masculine, like I said, they're facing a soon to be facing, if they're not already in a ego death. This is somebody who's also stuck in grief, because it is so weird to me to understand this, that this person was doing all this, but somehow this person is actually in love with this divine feminine. I mean, this is a really crazy way of showing love. I will never understand how people think, oh, I love you, so let me try to ruin your life. I just listen, y'all. It's and it is. I'm feeling almost like this divine feminine is feeling bewildered by this as well, because I'm like, I'm feeling double the emotion. So I think it's my own bewilderment as well as this divine feminine's bewilderment of just how this, this karmic masculine is so broken. They're so broken. And I just get the feeling that this is somebody, it's giving me the sense of misery loves company. But underneath all of this person really, in their own convoluted, twisted kind of way, really does love this divine feminine. But it's just giving me the sense that this person is feeling very lost, and they're stuck in their head. Like I said, they're lost in thoughts. They're thinking about this divine feminine. They're deeply um caught out, they're just really caught out in their emotions right now. It's almost overwhelming, the amount of energy that is coming from this karmic masculine. Like, this is somebody who is so distraught. Like, it's giving me like heart palpitations. This person's energy is so strong because they're just all over the place. I don't even like, it's making me feel like topsy turvy. It's giving Alice in Wonderland, where up is down and down is up. That's how this person is feeling right now. Like, it's literally, their energy is so heavy because, like I said, this is somebody that, in all of their craziness, really was in love, but they just couldn't really express it in the way that they should have to this divine feminine. But I mean, it's just crazy to me that, like, why would you go and create false narratives, false information, like outright lie on this divine feminine, as well as do voodoo on this person, but still say you're in love? Oh man, this kind of stuff makes my head hurt. Seriously, this energy is so all over the place, y'all. Like, I feel like I want to fall over, and I'm sitting down. Like, this is how this person's energy is coming through. This is somebody who currently, this karmic masculine currently wants to take a spiritual path, but they're trying to do it in a way where they don't have to actually go through an ego death, which is like doesn't make sense. We all have to face an ego death if you want to grow spiritually. Like there's rules, you know what I mean? Like you don't get to remain karmic and spiritual at the same time. Like this person is doing a lot of spiritual bypassing where there's it's like almost kind of the feeling of like they're being performative of spiritual things, but they not really truly having that deeper level spiritual depth to it, because in order to have that deeper spiritual depth, you have to actually go through the ego death. But I feel like this person is trying to kind of like do this form of spiritual bypassing because they really do want to come forward to this divine feminine with a love offer, but they understand that they're not at the spiritual level they need to be. So it's kind of like giving the feeling of this is somebody that's trying to like slow down this divine feminine while at the same time trying to like take a shortcut by spiritual bypassing to try to like move forward, to try to kind of meet in like to be able to bridge the gap to somehow meet this divine feminine on her level. It's like I said, it's coming through very convoluted, and it's just almost kind of like this crazy crazy making energy because it's not based in something that's like rational, and it's just hard to explain it in a way that is like that doesn't sound absolutely crazy, because it sounds absolutely crazy to even like try to say this. It's just like, yeah, no, dude, this is not the way to go. Y'all forgive me. I'm struggling with this reading, not in the sense that I'm not getting the reading. It's just this person's energy is just like chaotic. So I'm trying to explain them in a way that makes sense, though the way they're thinking doesn't make sense. I hope you follow me, okay? But I feel very clearly this divine feminine has stepped into high priestess empress energy. So as a result, like I said, everything that this karmic masculine was doing has gone back to him. This is why this person is in bondage. I feel very clearly the his spirit team as well as her spirit team are really kind of like doing a number on this karmic masculine. Yeah, that's okay. So part of what this person was also doing with these this lying false documentation, I feel very clearly like this person was almost doing something in the spiritual court that is now being thrown out. Like I said, this person is just giving me the sense that this person was trying to do stuff in the spiritual sense, in the spiritual realm, to try to stop this divine feminine from ascending, really. And like I said, they were doing too much. They're doing too much to the point that it was literally like they were stealing from this divine feminine energetically, spiritually as well. I feel like that's also landed this person in spiritual court. So the legal case against this karmic masculine did not go in their favor. This falsifying documentation, this lying, this slandering did not go in their favor. Them trying to put this divine feminine in bondage as well as block her intuition as well as give her this like crazy psychic sensitivity overload energy did not work. This desire to address or to disrupt this divine feminist inner peace did not work. This is somebody who had a soul contract at one point with this divine feminine, but I'm just getting the feeling that this karmic masculine did not honor that soul contract, which is also why this spiritual legal case did not go in his masculine's favor. This person is desperate. That's what it is. That's why it seems so crazy, because this person is literally so desperate. They're trying any and everything to try to hold on to this divine feminine, and it's just not working. This person is deep in grief. Like they are in so much pain. Like I said, they're going through the dark night of the soul, because like I said, once it was decided that whatever they were trying to do in spiritual court, that was not successful. As a matter of fact, it just doubled their judgment, because while they were in the process of the court case, I'm just getting the feeling like this person was still just doing everything that they had been told not to do. Mm. Now this person is just in so much grief, because underneath, like I said, underneath all of this craziness that this person was doing is somebody that actually really is grieving and missing this divine feminine. This is somebody that literally feels lost without this divine feminine. But it just gives me the feeling that when this masculine, this karmic masculine, was attached to this divine feminine, all he was doing was robbing her spiritually blind. Like, this is somebody that was, they were living off of her spiritual energy. They were using her energy to stay in their low vibrational energy, but they were using her energy to fuel themselves. And now that they don't have that energy, this is why this person is in poor health. Their life force is just, it's not strong right now. This is somebody that's losing their will to live. And so they're literally grasping at straws, trying to find a way to hang on to this divine feminine. And it's just giving me despair, heartache, sadness. Their brain is like a fog of just jumbled thoughts. They're so emotionally wrought that I feel like their family and friends are on the verge of having this person Baker acted. Like they're starting to, their own family and friends literally are feeling like this person is a danger to themselves. I just, and given how overwhelming this person's energy is right now, I can't say they're wrong. Like, I just, listen, y'all, this energy is so heavy. I just can't wait to get out of it. Like, I'm trying to finish this reading so that I can pray and cleanse myself of this energy and get out of this energy, because this person is just, to say they're falling apart is an understatement. This person is just devastated in a way that I just, the only thing that I can equate this energy to is when I went through ego death myself. Like, this is that rock bottom. You're, I was explaining this to a coworker yesterday, because we gotten on a conversation about spirituality and about um, ego death. And she was asking me questions about it. Like, and I was telling her the best way to explain ego death is somebody throws you into a dark pit and it's pitch black. And you're basically naked, right? You're thrown into this pitch black dark pit. Like, you feel yourself falling and you feel yourself hit the ground. And then when you kind of get through and your eyes are trying to like seek out some light, but there's no light because you're in a pitch black, dark, dank, hole, you realize that you're crawling on your hands and knees over broken glass. And then to get up out of that hole, you have to claw your way up the side of the wall with just your bare nails to try to get out of that hole. That's what ego death feels like. That's where this person is at right now, because that's literally the energy that this person is sitting in. They are in the thick of ego death. And that's why that needing to heal from your ego dissolution card came out. But it's not for the divine feminine, it is for this karmic masculine. That's where he is. He's in the needing to address unresolved grief he's in the, needing to address the spiritual bypassing and lessons coming from soul contracts, because this is somebody who violated the soul contract that he had with this divine feminine. This is, excuse me, as they say, spiritual birth. This is somebody needing to address their unresolved grief, because they're having to face the fact that this contract is over because of them. They're having to face the fact that they have literally lost this divine feminine because of themselves. This is somebody who is understanding, even if they're not wanting to admit it, they're understanding that them trying to act spiritual is not going to be enough to get this divine feminine back. And like I said, everything that they were trying to do in the 3D as well as spiritually has backfired on them disastrously. As a matter of fact, all it did was get them additional karma and additional time in this ego death. This person is literally in spiritual prison. This person is so trapped and bound in their mind that, like I say, their family and friends really are afraid that this person is going to be a, a physical danger to themselves. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Oh gosh. Yeah, this karmic masculine was supposed to be a star seed. This is somebody who this karmic masculine was trying to block this divine feminine's abundance, their money, along with them trying to also block this ascension that did not work. This divine feminine is currently being promoted, as well as I feel like God and her spirit team are putting her in position because she's getting ready to be blessed tremendously for her basically going through and doing her work, but also her continuing, to stay resolute and strong despite everything that this karmic masculine was doing to obstruct her. So this person was literally, it's getting me like the karmic masculine was trying to hamstring this divine feminine as she was walking, trying to move forward, trying to ascend. But she still made it. This is a high priestess empress energy. And another reason why this karmic masculine is in poor health is because he was literally doing death magic too. No, bro. Like, as soon as this comes out, I'm like, why? Why would you ever wish death on anybody? Listen, I cannot stress this enough. There is I call them very simple spiritual laws that govern us. And God is very adamant and very much a stickler to these laws. None of us are exempt from them. One of them is whatever you put out, that is what you receive. That is karma. That is literally the basic definition of karma, cause and effect. Whatever you reap, so shall you sow. So if you are literally putting out death wishes on somebody and you're wishing death on somebody, then you're literally saying to the universe, hey, I don't mind if you unalive me. That's what this person is doing. And I feel like this person is literally dangerously close to getting just that wish, because their life force is there's so little like energetic energy in this person. It gives me like, the best way I can explain it is when you watched Star Wars and remember the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine or whatever, how he started off like looking like a normal human being, and then when he got into battle with Yoda, and Yoda literally like you know drained him, of his life force to the point that he started looking shriveled up. That's what this person is looking, real shriveled up looking. They have, if you could see this current masculine now, I feel like they're like skin and bones. This person looks, their face looks emaciated, like their face looks sunken, like there's no vitality to them. Their skin looks flaccid looking and like pale, and they just look like they have, I mean, and this is no disrespect to people who are going through cancer treatment, but this person literally looks like a cancer patient right now. That's a serious matter, but this is how this person is looking. Like they're looking like somebody who is just skin and bones, like they're just being, their life force is literally being drained, because this is the energy that this person was projecting at this divine feminine. But in all of this craziness, this person actually loves this person, which is just, I hate to see what they do to people they hate. Like, if this is what you do to people you love, I hate to see what you do to people you hate. But yeah, this karmic masculine, he was supposed to have been a divine feminine. I mean, excuse me. He was supposed to have been a divine masculine. This is how, like, off kilter this person's mind is. It's got me not seeing stuff correctly. This person was supposed to have been a divine masculine, and they have lost their divinity with all of this antics and all of the stuff they were doing. And all of this honestly is sad to me, because all of this was because this person was called to ascend at the same time that this divine feminine was. This divine feminine stepped forward and took the calling. She decided to go in and do her inner work, do her ego death, do her ascension, work on herself, heal her unresolved griefs, and work on her childhood wounding. This is somebody that went in and did the work. This masculine energy was supposed to do the same thing at the same time, because they were supposed to be counterparts. And so they were supposed to ascend together. This masculine did not want to do the work. And because he didn't want to do the work, he was trying to stop this divine feminine from ascending, because he understood that they were supposed to be ascending in as a pair. And if she ascends, then that meant he was going to naturally have to do the same. So he was trying to block this. And all of this was because he was afraid of facing himself. He was afraid of having to go back in and address those childhood wounds. Because I feel like whatever it was pretty profound, and it really traumatized him. But that's the deception, because I was also telling the same coworker the other day that the crazy part of why we try to avoid touching on trauma is because they've shown, and this is science, that the part of your brain that houses like that, like if you were to look at somebody's brain on a scan, when they're in physical pain, there's certain places in your brain that light up, right? When you're also in emotional pain, those same places as the physical pain also light up in your head. So basically, your body and your brain cannot tell the difference between physical or emotional pain. They register in the same place in your brain. And so, in this person's brain, to have to deal with this, unresolved, unhealed, inner wounds, they were feeling like, oh, this is going to be a physical pain. And so they were desperately trying to avoid it. And as a result, they basically turned their divine feminine into their opposition and treated them like an enemy, because they were trying to prevent this divine feminine from ascending, because they knew that meant they would have to ascend. This is somebody that basically lost their divinity because they were refusing to grow. And as a result, like I said, they were trying to stop. They were doing everything they could to try to stop their divine feminine from ascending as well. But her transition happened anyways, because she had done the work and she had earned the right to her spiritual promotions to become this Empress High Priest. She'd done the work. So that's why she's being crowned and achieved in the spirit realm. God is very proud of this divine feminine, because not only was she had like it doubly hard, because not only did she have to go in and heal herself and go through all of her own traumas and trials and tribulations, but she also had her own counterpart trying to stop her. So she had an extra layer of craziness that she had to deal with, on top of her having to do her own work. This is why she's really getting double. She's getting double for her trouble, because God understood, like, your trials was doubly hard because of your own counterpart. And this is a sad thing, because this karmic masculine really just brought double karma on him for that, because of that. So God is going to bless her doubly twice, and he's going to punish him twice as hard. Those are the laws of karma. Those are the laws of karma. Like, that's how this works. Like, that's why I wish people really understood on a spiritual level, when you're sending hatred and you're sending, you're wishing bad on people, and you're slandering, you're gossiping about people, and you're, creating false narratives about people. There is a spiritual consequence to that stuff. And now this person is in the deep of that realization, because now they're being slapped across their head by their spirit team, her spirit team. This is just sad. This is really sad. Because this was somebody, like I said, that was supposed to have been her counterpart. He was supposed to have been her protector. Instead, he was attacking her, and being abusive to her, because he was afraid of his ascension. He was afraid of having to do the inner work. And now he's going to have to do it anyways. But what's worse now is he's going to have to do it without divine protection, which he would have been under if he had done the work when he was supposed to, instead of trying to handicap his divine feminine and stop her from ascending. Now he has to go through that same ascension process, but he has to do it without divine help. And he has to do it without his divine feminine helping him. This is somebody that is now, like I said, they're not under divine protection anymore because of what they did. Oh, y'all. These kind of readings just hurt my heart, because it's just like all of this could honestly have been prevented if this masculine had not been running from himself. This is what happens when you run from yourself. But he took it a step further. He wasn't just running from himself, he was literally harming his counterpart. This is why he's this is why this soul contract card is out here, this subconscious, because he violated the soul contract that he had with his divine feminine in so many ways. It's just, I have no words. Like, there's extra karma for that, because this person was here on divine assignment, and they basically decided to become a fallen angel. They gave up their divinity when they decided that they did not want to do the work. And then they decided that they were going to attack their karmic feminine to try to keep her low vibrational, because they didn't want to do the work. Because the way twin flames work is they work in tandem. As you're healing, the other person's healing, like, they have to be ascending pretty much at the same time. Like, this is how they're supposed to be lock and key with each other. This person was not doing that. So she just kept ascending, which just left him further and further and further behind. And now he's in spiritual prison. And he's going to be there for a very long time. He's going to be stuck in his head, replaying all of the stuff that he did to his divine feminine, as well as having to pay off this karmic debt. Like, this is so sad. And it's so crazy, because, like I said, this person couldn't stop the inevitable, because part of the divine punishment is you still have to go through this ego death, and you still have to face all of that trauma that this karmic masculine was avoiding. He still got to face it. And now there's no assistance in him getting through it now. Now he not only does he have to face it, but now, like I say, he doesn't have divine protection. But y'all, I'm gonna get out of this energy, because it's making me so incredibly sad. Like, I just literally want to cry. And I know this is definitely where this masculine energy is at, because he is not in a good place. He's in a lot of he's in a lot of pain. And he is just grieving, and his energy on him is so heavy. I could just feel his like heart just exploding. Like he's in so much pain. Because like I said, he's facing the reality of what he's did to his divine feminine, but he's also in the dark night of the soul and having to confront all of his unresolved childhood trauma, all of his things that he has done in his life. He's having to face everything all at once. So it's like this ball, big old ball of all of these crazy emotions. And he's having to sit in that. And he's stuck. There is no exit for him right now. But that is the message, y'all. I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to go pray and sage this energy off of me because this person's energy is just so heavy. But that is the message. Be blessed.